Otherwise, she is supposed to use rice flour and every day, Monday, Tuesday, like this, every day of the week, she is supposed to draw a specific design, geometric design, to attract a certain kind of energy into her home. If it's a full moon day, a certain kind of design. If it's a new moon day, a certain kind of design. So 28 patterns were there, which people knew on which day what to put. This is the only month where men are supposed to go out singing on the street in the morning. At 4:30 in the morning, they will start bursting crackers all over the town so that everybody wakes up and everybody becomes alive. If this body is vibrant or alive, there are 1,000 infections within you right now. But you don't get sick because body is alive and vibrant. If little slowdown happens, all these little things become major problems within you. Namaskaram and Deepavali greetings and blessings to every one of you. Deepavali essentially means a festival of lights. Deepa means more a lamp. You must understand the significance of millions of lamps when there was no electricity in the evenings. What a spectacular experience it would be. Without electric lights, just oil lamps, when everybody lights up, it must have been so great. Why did this come about? There are many legends. One most common legend across the country is, this is the day that Krishna vanquished Narakasura. So that is why the Naraka Chaturdashi and then Deepavali. In some parts of northern India, people believe it is the day Rama came back to Ayodhya after 14 years of being in the forest. So, on that day to welcome Rama, all the citizens lit up lamps and that's how Deepavali came into vogue. And there are many other smaller legends. Whatever the legend is, the simple thing is this, that human beings feel lit when certain clarity arises within themselves. So essentially, Deepavali is a symbolism for victory of clarity over ignorance. Ignorance is always been referred to as darkness and clarity as light. So in that sense, Deepavali is about celebrating that possibility in human life. Well, if you were an owl I'm not calling you one, if you were an owl, then light would be disturbing, darkness would be clarity for you. But for the human visual apparatus, darkness does not bring clarity, light brings clarity. So we symbolize light as clarity, as our ability to see, our ability to perceive, our ability to enhance our lives are dependent upon light. So hence Deepavali is very important. You cannot really get rid of ignorance nor can you get rid of darkness. If this room is dark, you cannot go and kick this darkness out of this room. There's no such thing. The only way is to turn on the light. So this is the significance of light. Darkness is an absence of light. Darkness is not something that you can deal with. If you light up, then darkness is gone. If you want to dispel darkness, light is the only solution. This is why if you want to dispel your own darkness, enlightenment is the only solution. Enlightenment is the only solution. And everything related to one's realization, one's ability to perceive life in more profound ways, all related to light and darkness. For example, the word guru means gu and ru. Gu is darkness, ru is the dispeller. One who dispels your darkness is a guru. All spiritual terminology has something to do with light because clarity and light are related in our perception. What is the basis of ignorance? Why this need that one has to go beyond that? The basis of ignorance is not realizing the nature of our own existence. That is, once we have become human, one important thing is we are human beings. That means we must know how to be. If you knew how to be, would you keep yourself blissful or miserable? Naturally blissful, this is your choice for yourself. The human being's ability to be has largely been censored or cut down because of the identifications that we take with our boundaries. So when we light, if one person brings a light into this room, everybody in this room will naturally experience this. This is the significance of light, that if we bring 5 lamps into this room, we will not experience only… this is not like your wealth, this is not like your money. If all of us come with $1 million in our pockets, we still have only 1 million, unless we put it together. But if all of us come with 5 lights, all of us have the impact of 5 lights upon our life. So this is the nature of light, this is the nature of consciousness. When you become conscious, all boundaries are eliminated. In this, there is evolution of a human being. In this, there is realization. In this, there is enlightenment. In this, there is joy and well-being for everybody around us. On this day, everybody worships. On the Deepavali day, everybody is supposed to worship Dhanvantari, the deity dedicated to one's health and well-being. Today the word Dhanvantari has almost become synonymous with a doctor. Dhanvantari or the deity Dhanvantari is supposed to be the source of Ayurveda, the science of long and healthy lives. Well, lot of North Indian people, lot of North Indian people. So, I don't know when they did this, because the nature of the language is like that. In northern India, most people speak Hindi language and the last syllable, they'll cut it off. If you say Dhyana Lingam, they'll say Dhyana Ling. If you say Shiva, they'll say Shiv. If you say Rama, they'll say Ram. The language has the habit of cutting off the last syllable always, almost everything. Krishna, Krishna. Deepavali, Diwali. Like this. So someone cut this Dhanvantari and Trayodashi and made it Dhanteras. What was about health became about wealth. Dhan means money. Now everybody thinks Deepavali is about money. Why it is about health is, for those of us who live in the northern hemisphere, it is from this day onwards, certain things change. From the Trayodashi of Kartika Masa, things change. In a way, there is a slowdown of life. So for the winter months, what you should do with yourself, what time you should wake up, what you should eat, how your food habits should change, how your practices should change, for all this traditionally they created a science as to how one should behave to pass through winter months without getting sick, without getting depressed, without losing your sense of balance and purpose in life. How to do this? For this, there was an entire science. Lighting of lamps and bursting of crackers was one of those things, so that you don't slip into a slowdown. There is genetically, there is a dimension, the evolutionary memory within us thinks that as winter months come, Whether it actually got cold or global warming kept you warm, that's not the point. The changes have happened. The distance between the planet and the way the planet and the sun are positioned has changed. Because of that, slowdown of life happens. If you were a bear, I believe you were some time ago, you would be hibernating. So there is a tendency for the body to hibernate. If you do not know this, the seed doesn't sprout. Nobody plants a seed from this season to 14th of January in India because the seed will not sprout fully or will not sprout at the same speed as it would in other seasons. Everything, life slows down in the northern hemisphere. Because life is slowing down, we are preparing to do more energetic things around us so that we don't really slow down and become a part of that. In a way, we are trying to assert our evolution. Yes, if we were some other creature, we would go and curl up somewhere. But now we have become human, we have transcended our biology. Am I assuming too many things? You are supposed to have transcended your biological tendencies. So, to transcend this, there's a whole lot of activity created so that you don't go into a hibernating kind of state. Physically slow down, mentally little bit of depression could easily happen in everybody because the season is like that. In colder countries, definitely people experience this. Huh? Yes or no? Because things have slowed down within you. In the northern hemisphere, not just you, everything has slowed down because our relationship with the sun has changed, which is the basic source of life. The basic source of energy on this planet is sun. Not because you came up with a solar panel, it's always been so. Now, because the northern hemisphere, its relationship with the sun has changed, you're looking away from the sun. There is a slowdown from this month, the 13th day of this lunar month, which is called as the Kartika Trayodashi. So to make up for this, in India there are various things done. From this month onwards, normally, traditionally, the roles of males and females are interchanged at this time. For example, it is a part of daily activity for a woman, not anymore, in rural India still, that first thing in the morning, she cleans the front of her house and draws some geometrical figures. These geometries, today she knows only one design, unfortunately. She keeps putting the same thing, or she got it painted, or she has a template and she puts it. Otherwise, she is supposed to use rice flour and every day, Monday, Tuesday, like this, every day of the week, she is supposed to draw a specific design, geometric design, to attract a certain kind of energy into her home. If it's a full moon day, a certain kind of design. If it's a new moon day, a certain kind of design. So 28 patterns were there, which people knew on which day what to put. So during these months, it'll become the duty of the men to do this. And this is the only month where men are supposed to go out singing on the street in the morning. Early morning, they're supposed to go singing on the street. Even today, a small number of people are doing this. In rural India to some extent, in urban India, once again a little bit of revival is happening. Today we've become very large cities, otherwise if you lived in a village, everybody who lives there needs this beat of drum and music to reverberate in their system so that they don't hibernate, so that their systems don't slow down. So Deepavali is about that. If you cannot see the light, that's why the crackers, so that you anyway wake up. At 4:30 in the morning, they will start bursting crackers all over the town so that everybody wakes up and everybody becomes alive. Because it is important in the winter months that you come up before the sun. The first ray of sun should not hit a blade of grass or some other worm or insect. The first ray of sun must hit you. This is a commitment. That is why before sunrise, everybody is out to receive the first rays of sun upon themselves, not upon the ground. So, the significance of the festival has largely been ignored, but still people are singing a bit and bursting crackers a bit. It is time to bring this back, especially in colder weathers. This would be wonderful if some of these things are revived, because Diwali is not a religious festival, it's got something to do with our geographical location on this planet. Because we are in the northern hemisphere, these changes are happening to us, to our bodies, to the plants, to the animals, everything it's happening. You see, everything slows down. But if you slow down within yourself, mentally if you slow down, you will become little dim. Physically if you slow down, you will become susceptible to various other ailments which you may not be susceptible if your body is vibrant and alive. If this body is vibrant and alive, there are 1,000 infections within you right now, but you don't get sick because body is alive and vibrant. If little slowdown happens, all these little things become major problems within you. This is why the whole thing about Dhanvantari, the science of health and well-being, that it must be kept alive till 14th of January, everything must be kept alive. You need music, you need more light, you need lamplight, you need all kinds of things to keep the atmosphere alive for yourself so that you don't sink down and do not become susceptible to various negative forces which are always working upon us. It is just that some are sailing above it, some are sinking into it. So this is the significance of Deepavali. It is Dhanvantari's Trayodashi. So on this Diwali, I wish all of you that at least you must do something very simple. Spend at least 20 minutes upon yourself to see how you can bring clarity. To bring clarity, first of all, you have to identify the cobwebs of ignorance. What limits you? Identify that and see if you can take down one cobweb down, and you will see life will light up in many different ways. If you don't know how to do it by yourself, we are willing to provide you necessary tools so that you can pursue this on this Diwali day. I wish all of you the best that you can have in terms of your life's experience, and above all, let there be new light in your life. Namaskar.